Your Country 1039 KGRT, Mr. James Otto, and just got started loving you.
Time now for your question of the day. Brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Markets of Las Cruces. Fresh produce, bread, meat, honey, food trucks, handmade art, music, and more. Every Saturday and Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., downtown Las Cruces.
That's right. Your question of the day brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. Wednesdays, Saturdays, maybe take a sweater for right now because it's still a bit chilly out there early in the morning. Well, our question of the day is about cars. Yeah, you know, car makers are including more touchscreens in the newer car models and eliminating most, if not all, of the knobs and buttons, since everything's going to be touchscreen there. And not just in EVs either. So this is a trend that's not going to go away anytime soon, as touchscreens are actually cheaper to build and cheaper to install these days. So anything to save a little cash, right? Well, not everyone loves the touchscreens. Some complain that they are distracting, while others don't like that you have to take your eyes off the road to make any adjustments instead of just feeling for the buttons right there. You know, I think we've all done it, a little muscle memory, right? Yeah. Well, I personally don't like the touchscreens myself, but our question of the day is basically, you know, what was the best car that you ever owned? Is it a newer car, you know, with those touchscreens and all the little bells and whistles, or is it an older car? Yeah, so what is the best car? I think I have put old car in the question, but what is the best car that you have owned? Technically, when you drive it off the lot, it's already an old car, right? Depreciation. Anyway, what is the best old car that you have ever owned, and what made it so cool? You know, there's a couple of my cars that were definitely favorites of mine. Used to have a Monte. I really regret giving up that Monte Carlo, 1976 Monte Carlo. My dad actually found it for me, and he was really good with cars, or at least finding them. I am not all that great, yeah. But I do like older cars because I just like older cars. All the new cars look the same, and I'm not a big fan of the touchscreen and all that other stuff. So I like my older cars. But, yeah, that Monte, I do miss that Monte Carlo for sure. But what is the best car that you have ever owned, and what made you like it so much? That's our question of the day for today. So go ahead and let me know your answers. Call them in, text them in at 575-523-KGRT. That's 575-523-5478. You can also just leave your comments down below for our question of the day, as we are live on our social media pages, Facebook, YouTube, and others. So go ahead and let me know your answer for our question of the day. What was the best old car you ever owned, and what made it so special? Yeah, our question of the day brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. All right, exclusively in here. I think, let's see. Bobby's listening. She said she had a Chevy Cavalier. Really? Oh, a Z2. Okay, so that was kind of like the sport model, but yeah, okay. Did not see that one coming right there. Let's see. What else did I have that was actually pretty cool? I did have, I had a VW Cabrio convertible. That was pretty awesome. Let's see. What else did I have? Actually, my Geo Metro convertible was pretty awesome too. A little two-seater. That one was fun to drive around. And quite honestly, do kind of miss my Saturn. Although I understand there's an opportunity that I might be able to go ahead and get that back, but we shall see how that goes. But yeah, if there's a car that I definitely regret getting rid of and not putting a little bit more into it, is probably that 1976 Monte Carlo, because it was a fun drive and lots of memories in that car. Even had a friend of mine, his band, we did a little traveling in that car, pulling a trailer with all the gear in it. It was a lot of fun. But what about you? What would you say is your favorite old car, and what made it so special? Yeah, what's the best old car that you ever owned? Let me know your answers. 575-523-KGRT. That's 575-523-5478. And go ahead and let me know your answers for our question of the day. Oops, just got a couple of text messages. One of them says a 1966 Buick Riviera. It had touchscreen futuristic for that era. Really? I'd like to go ahead and do some research on there. Somebody else said my 2015 Chrysler 200S. Never had any issues since I got her, and I also named her Dallas. So it's the big D there, huh? So there you go. couple of more answers there for our question of the day. Let's go ahead and see what's going on in and around the world for today. Jeff Bezos apparently recently donated $100 million to Eva Longoria and the retired admiral who oversaw the capture of Osama bin Laden. Apparently, they are going to allocate the money to charities, however they choose on that one. Ryan Reynolds surprised Hugh Jackman at Radio City Music Hall and honored his Marvel co-star during the opening night of his one-man show. You know, Reynolds and Jackman have a pretty cool broship, I guess you could say it. He, of course, made a little bit of fun of Hugh and gave him a lot of praise in there as well. Let's see. Apparently, there's an increase in laser hair removal and Botox for men. Yeah, so guys apparently have seen an 85% surge in sales for male laser hair removal, and some men are opting for treatments on their backs, chests, and full beard. Really? I thought the beard thing was in. And let's see. Grater's Skyline Chili Spice Ice Cream is causing a buzz and will be available on January 27th. You know, chili spice ice cream, I don't think that's anything new for any of us in here in our area. Remember they used to have the green chili jams? Yeah, I knew a lot of people that like those. And apparently DiGiorno is celebrating Valentine's Day with a artichoke pizza. The heart-shaped pizza pie is toppings like mozzarella and artichoke hearts for just $2.14. So, I don't know. Is that a Valentine's dinner worthy of someone you care about? I don't know. Once again, we are looking for answers for our question of the day. And basically, it's all about the cars. If you think back, what was the best old car that you ever owned and what made it so special? I can honestly tell you just that Monte Carlo, it was big. You had to lay down across the bench seat just to unlock the door for anybody else to go ahead and get in. None of those automatic locks or anything else like that. And it was just fun to drive, especially across country. That was so much fun. Like I said, I do regret kind of giving up that one. I should have just repaired the engine and had it there for a few more years. I mean, technically, it would be a really good classic car right now. So once again, let me know your answers for our question of the day. Call them in, text them in, 575-523-KGRT. And, of course, you can leave your comments down below. And let's see, somebody sent me a picture of their car. Oh, wow. I guess that is. It was the touchscreen on the Buick Riviera. Well, it is certainly a larger screen in there. I'm not sure about touchscreen, but yeah, that's actually kind of cool. I might have to share that one if you don't mind. But yeah, that's a really good reason to like it. Go ahead and let me know your answers for our question of the day. What was the best old car you ever owned and what made it so special? That is our question of the day, brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces.